BEAULIEU Avenue in the orange. They attacking the goal to the left. They're running from right to left. And the ROWLAND Gardens, they will be attacking the goal to the right. ROWLAND Gardens, they would have drawn 0-0 Saturday with Montague 2. But BEAULIEU and BEAULIEU as well, they would have played to a goalless draw on Saturday with Castleton 2. So both teams are looking for the first win. They do have points, but they are looking for their first respective wins. You see BEAULIEU looking for their throw-in. That ball goes out for another throw for the BEAULIEU team on the far side. Shielding the ball there and shepherding it out of play. So ROWLAND Gardens gets the possession of the ball and they play it forward. This ball is played in the middle of the field and try to strike from distance. Turn there and another strike from distance, but this time from a BEAULIEU player, Keon Gay. Actually, Kylan Gay, the pair of Gay brothers, Keon Gay and Kylan Gay. So, ball going forward. Scrappy player, very, very aggressive, physical in the middle of the field. You see the very player who has had, who had a very good game yesterday. Game number 2, Richard Innes. He's in the middle of he's in the thick of things. This ball goes for a goal kick for the BEAULIEU team. It was played across the field, but to no one, and goes into touch for a throw-in for the ROWLAND Gardens team. And BEAULIEU player turns and strikes, and we see that there is not going to be much time for defenders to react. For both teams so far, both teams are showing that they are willing to strike from distance. This ball comes forward, and BEAULIEU gets, and this ball is almost tapped in, but some very good, nifty defensive work there from the tall number 10, Darian Hamilton, for the ROWLAND Gardens team, who found themselves a little bit short in the back. But here they come forward. Nice play from, and that ball was well struck. And this game look as though, it seems as though it's gonna have action end to end. That was Jason McLean, who himself had a very good game yesterday when the ROWLAND Gardens team took the field. And he figures that he is going to be a factor in the game this evening. He gets it now, try to pass it off, plays it off to King. King plays that ball forward. Kevin King also had a very good game, just would have liked that his game would have translated into a win for the ROWLAND Gardens team. As we see at the eastern end of the enclosure, shot is what torn in the previous game, torn the netting. Tomorrow being a rest day, we're pretty certain that all these ills are going to be corrected. ROWLAND Gardens getting another ball, and that ball played in, and dangerously that ball comes off the feet of the stopper. That ball was dead on target. ROWLAND Gardens trying to get that ball forward through Kevin King, but might have been a good ball in another format of this game. Here comes BEAULIEU one more time, looking to move forward. Both teams desperate to get points after dropping points on Saturday, and here comes McLean. McLean goes forward and shoots the ball. This game is so far not lacking any firepower, 5 minutes into it. But it is lacking goals. Figures that the goals are going to be scoring in this game. Kylan Gay trying to get that ball forward, but doesn't. And, Innes forces his way through one of the players, and he has been booked. Actually, the second booking of this year's tournament. And Richard Innes goes into the referee's book, the big number 10 for the Beaulieu Avenue team. Ball played to McLean. He plays it into the path of a Beaulieu player, who then plays it in the path of Kevin King of the Rowland Gardens team. King just plays it to his teammate McLean, who loses it. This ball played. Another shot going to come in. Those shots are coming low and hard. That time came in from Kiram Dial. Ball comes in again, but not troubling the defense, the Beaulieu defense. Innes is trying to ensure that he stays out of any more trouble with the referee. Ball goes all the way across the field. Very ambitious. Couldn't be latched on there at Kevin Lewis. There comes Innes. Innes does win that ball. Plays for to Gay, and Gay doesn't get onto that and saying to himself, maybe if he had gotten onto that, could have been 1-0 in favor of Beaulieu, but he does get this one and doesn't control it. Ball rolls into beyond the end line. It's a goal kick to the Rowland Gardens team. Ball's played forward, and King plays it into the path, and that ball, a one-time shot again, and Kylan Gay has been involved in this game for over the past 60 seconds or so, and at least on 2 occasions could have put his team in front. He is going to be a factor, that's for sure. Kevin King just tripping over the ball, but regains his composure, plays it in the middle, plays it into wide, and a shot comes in, charge down. Rowland Gardens not taking any sort of disrespect, as they would say. The Beaulieu team could take shots, they can as well. This ball goes behind the goal for a goal kick for the Beaulieu Avenue team. It's played to Kylan Gay. Gay tries to get that ball forward, but he just plays it back to Innes. He's trying to get that ball forward, but it was knocked down. Thrown in. Ball is played forward. Again, it comes off our Rowland Gardens player. Dial plays that ball forward. Ball goes out on the far side for throw-in. And it was won by one of the Reese brothers, the number 2, Aaron Reese. And he wins a corner for Rowland Gardens. Ball is well taken down there. And well controlled by the Beaulieu, but eventually run off. And here comes King. King tries the shot, and that ball was on target. And quick thinking there from the final defender. Keeps it out. Rowland Gardens one more time. Keeps possession, but they lose it again. Wins it again. Plays that ball forward. The Beaulieu players calling for a handball, but referee not interested in any protest. Ball goes forward and going to be played out by the defender. It's well played there, clearing his lines. So we have Dwayne Million trying to throw that ball in. The ball is played back into the direction of Million, but way over his head. Ball is going to be, through is going to be taken. Through is going to come in from Kareem Dial, but just goes behind for a goal kick for the Rowland Gardens team. 10 minutes gone in this first half. Game number 3. This match day number 3. Beaulieu Avenue in the orange jerseys coming up against the opponents in the green, Rowland Gardens. For Rowland Gardens, Kevin King trying a shot. That ball was no way going to challenge anything in the direction of the Beaulieu goal. Trying to put that ball, and that ball was played by the defender, played out, but not convincingly. And a foul there by one of the Rowland Gardens players, and great sportsmanship helps him to his feet. Big number 8, Kylon Gay, again introducing himself to the game. The ball was played forward, and the Beaulieu concedes a corner. And in conceding the corner, see all the orange shirts dropping back into their half of the field. This ball is the number 18, Kangi, losing it, and some tricky play there, almost beating the number 14, Darude Roberts. The back there for the Beaulieu Avenue team. They do keep it out. The initiative actually was turned over to the Beaulieu team. Beaulieu just continues to hold on to that ball. Innes plays it wide to Dial. Dial plays it forward. Even with the lack of spacing, getting their passes, but they do lose it. Here comes Aaron Rees. Plays that ball into the path of the goal, and again, a clearance coming. You have to say that the Rowland Gardens plays towards goal, all of them seems to be hitting the target, giving Roberts some work in the back of the Beaulieu defense. Throwing coming in here from the Beaulieu team. The ball again was knocked into touch by the Rowland Gardens players. And here comes Innes. Innes trying to turn. It did turn, but that ball was turned behind the Rowland Gardens goal by one of their own players. Innes taking this corner and almost turned in by Zion Villafana. Was coming in from the far side. But a throw won there by the Rowland Gardens players. Wasn't collected by Kevin King. Goes for a throw for the Beaulieu Avenue players. Beaulieu Avenue wins. Innes again. Ball just luring him. Catching more of Jason McLean than he had with the ball. He and McLean have a bit of an exchange. Here comes Million with the throw for Rowland Gardens, and the ball goes bouncing over the Beaulieu Avenue goal. Innes gets it from the goal kick. That's a turn. In it again with McLean. McLean just knocks it into touch. It's a breather for his team. Ball well taken down, but not in the path of any one of his teammates. Does go into touch again, and Beaulieu wins another throw-in. McLean tries to get it forward, doesn't get it forward. That ball was well, niftily played by Villafana, Shonel Villafana, but didn't amount to anything. And McLean a bit too high for him, but did get to it, didn't get over it. He actually got a bit under it, and the shot went well over. McLean again trying to hold on to that ball, but realizing that he couldn't, just knocks that ball into touch. Beaulieu throw. Beaulieu was taken quickly, and Villafana trying to get onto that ball, but challenged by Reese. Puts it into touch. Beaulieu wins another throw in, and Innes controls that ball. It comes off the Rowland, and that ball comes off Innes that goes to the back, but That didn't matter because the halftime whistle goes. And again, both teams have played 3 halves without getting one past their opposing defenders for a goal. So at the end of the half, between Rowland Gardens in the green and BEAULIEU Avenue in the orange, still goalless at halftime. And this is the 3rd game, game day number 3 here in the Trinity Community Football Cup 2025 at the Montague Avenue Recreation Ground. Move to the highlights. You will see in these highlights many of those plays gonna end with shots at goal. Both teams trying to, if not intimidate the opposition, trying to see if they could force their way into the lead. Ball just falling kindly there for Kylan Gay, and Gay had a stretch there where he had at least 2 shots in a 60-second span. Balls going well high, many of them on target. As a matter of fact, Rowland Gardens would have had several shots on target, whether they had the requisite force on them or otherwise. At least they got them on target. This one was from Gay, rather Jason McLean, just went over and wide of the post. At the end of half number 1, BEAULIEU Avenue 0, Rowland Gardens 0. We'll be back. Bringing you live from the Montague Recreation Ground in Trincity, the Trincity Community Football Cup 2025. This is match day number 3. We've been here since Friday at the opening. And we're halfway through this, the 3rd game of the evening between Rowland Gardens in the green. They will be attacking your goal to the left of your screens, against BEAULIEU Avenue, who are in the orange. And they will be attacking, obviously, the goal to the right. It was restarted by the Rowland Gardens team. And let's see if we're going to have a start like we had in the first half. Corner to Rowland Gardens. This ball was cleared away by Kareem Dial. Very emphatically. He was over the enclosure on the far side. We've had a very good crowd here every single night. It's going to be a rest day on Monday. We're going to resume. Match lead number 4 is going to be on Tuesday evening, where we're going to have 3 more games. That ball just goes again over everything on the far side. The Innes trying to latch on to a pass down the far side. But this ball falls kindly for Rowland, the lanky Rowland player. Clean, but eventually loses it. BEAULIEU trying to see if they could get that ball forward and try to get something meaningful onto that ball. A goal kick. As a matter of fact, it's a corner given to the BEAULIEU team, or played in, but fizzles out. Ball goes out of the enclosure and summoning for another ball. Goes into the corner for that corner taken by the BEAULIEU players. And goes all the way across. Kylan Gate gets it. Innes tries to turn, and he does turn, trying to get it to Gay, and couldn't get that shot off. Some desperate defending there by the Rowland Gardens players. Again, Gay just picks it up, pulls off his defender, turns, trying to get it. Might have been better served to just play it all the way back, but trying to force the play forward. Again, you see Innes not very happy with his teammates. This ball goes all the way forward and not played with any real purpose, any real intent by the BEAULIEU backstop. Dyer playing that ball forward and again playing it forward again to Innes. Looking for a call there from the referee. Not very happy with the referee after that call. But the Rowland players are coming forward. McLean not using the option of Million. Turns and goes forward and doesn't get anything from that ball. The ball goes out for a throw on that far side again. Again, Kylan Gay trying to get something from that ball. And number 14, Roberts, the backstop, trying to play it forward to Dial to get anything on it. Dial trying to throw that ball forward. It just bounces harmlessly out of play for a goal kick for the Rowland Gardens team. Kylan Gay heading that ball forward. His brother Kylan just looking for the best pass and tries to get it to Innes, but doesn't get it. A little bit of scrap in the middle. Kylan Gay not very happy with the whistle, but they do win it back, BEAULIEU. Innes looking for a player, trying to beat his way inside, but nothing doing. There's some pushing and shoving. Some pushing and shoving between Simeon Reese for the Rowland Gardens team and very burly Innes, Richard Innes, big number 10. Experienced campaigner, you see all the gray in his beard. This ball coming off a BEAULIEU player, and it's going to be thrown in by Dwayne Million. Plays it high, and it's a high foot. And two BEAULIEU players coming in there. Could have been a very dangerous play, but it falls harmlessly and goes out behind the goal. And plays it in the part of McLean. Tried a shot, but it was charged down. But here comes Kylan Gay. Gay not getting that ball on target. And McLean is trying to turn. McLean a little in some discomfort, probably from the previous challenge. He's holding his left shoulder around the neck area. He is in there. Innes looking to make some room for himself, but can't seem to get himself set to do anything, and he's making some way for one of his players is making way for Kevin Lewis, who's now on the field. BEAULIEU looking to settle themselves. Kion Gay trying to play this ball forward. Loses out. And Roberts should play that ball up, but plays it to no one. Goes out for a goal kick for the ROWLAND Gardens team. This ball is kept in play, but knocked behind for a corner by Kevin Lewis. 9 minutes remaining in this game. Both teams played just over 3 halves of football without getting anything at the back of the net. Handed ball coming off the hand of Kyle Andrews, and free kick quickly taken. But in trying to catch the ROWLAND defense napping, just goes out harmlessly. But they do win a corner, try to get it in low. Very, very tight angle. And this ball just bounces out into touch on the far side, shuffled out by Zion Villafana, who takes it through. Gets it back from Kylon Gay, and Gay takes a shot. That ball comes off. The ROWLAND player just goes into touch on the far side again. Kylon Gay is there again, trying to make something happen. Spending a lot of energy, and he does get it successfully. Gets it back. Trying to see if he could get that ball inside, but plays it off one of the defenders. And that ball just is out at Roberts. Gets it forward, and ball is played to number 7. Lewis. Lewis just successfully went that ball, and might have been inadvertently, but it's deemed an illegal challenge. A foul given there by the referee, putting Aaron Reese on the carpet. See, looks like Darren Hamilton over this one, and it looks like he's going to strike it with that left foot, and he rises. That ball rises very far, very high. And actually was Kyle Andrews, which got a mighty groan there from the ROWLAND Garden supporters. The ball is being retrieved. A goal kick for the BEAULIEU Avenue team with 7 minutes still remaining in this game. And Andrews win it back, but ROWLAND gets it, wins it back, and given away, and a shot coming in there, a very tame shot coming in from Kevin Lewis. But it does come off ROWLAND Gardens defender. The corner is quickly taken by Richard Ennis. Another corner was won there by the BEAULIEU players, and they get it in front dangerously, and the ball was played away by a ROWLAND defender. One more time. The BEAULIEU players doesn't seem to have the spacing that they need. The ROWLAND players might be spaced a bit better, but the passes are just less crisp. This ball goes out of play, and goal kick for the ROWLAND team, and here comes King. King on this left side. Plays that ball through and doesn't get it, only gets it to Gay, and Gay strikes it, and that ball beats everything. Yes, a very small space, and Kylan Gay has given BEAULIEU their first goal of the tournament and giving them the first lead. They are 1 goal to the good over ROWLAND Gardens. And it sets up a very interesting final 4 minutes of this game. As the game is restarted, Kevin King plays that ball to the middle. And the ball goes out into touch And Kylon Gay, as we said a little bit at the start of the game, when his intent might have very well bring him that goal and bring his team the goal, and indeed it did. There was no commentator's curse. Kylon Gay, the only player on the score sheet so far in this game. Beautifully struck shot, beating the keeper. Well, actually the last stopper. There's no keeper in a small goal match. There are indeed 3+ minutes to go in this game. And Rowland Gardens on the back foot. That goal just have taken the wind out of their sails. The instruction is to allow that ball to go, let it go, so that their players can have a bit of a respite, and regroup and reset. The Beaulieu players do. That ball is a goal for a goal kick for the Beaulieu Avenue players. Here comes Kyan Gay. He's playing that ball forward. Anything that would eat up valuable time is actually what is going to be explored by the Beaulieu players. The Rowland Garden players, Andrews picks up this ball but doesn't control it well. The ball is played forward and played to Gay, and was trying to put himself in a position where he could spank it one more time. And run off the ball. This game being very, very physical, coming to the closing stages. The Beaulieu players, on average, you could say, are the bigger players, physically bigger players. And we see the referee trying to just get some order in this game after a bit of a scrap. He's going to be having a word with Kyan Gay after his involvement with that incident that brought the free kick that is upcoming. It's going to be taken by Darian Reese, captain of the Rowland Gardens team. He's looking to strike it but doesn't. He's placed it in the corner. Another one there, and this time there's another card in this game, and we see Reese hobbling, and he's going to be making way. He's going to be coming off the field after that challenge. We hope that he's all right. And Andrews plays it to the middle, and Darian Reese's brother, Simeon Reese, taking that shot, and that ball goes into touch. The Rowland Gardens players trying to have the Beaulieu goal under siege, are penning them into their own half, trying a shot, but nothing doing. Shots coming in, but Beaulieu just trying to clear their lines. Rowland Gardens again, just players are taking those shots. Simeon Reese taking a shot there, Aaron Reese rather, taking a shot there. You see Kareem Dial just playing that one long, and McLean retrieving it, put it in the spot so that they can resume the game. They have a goal to score. That's their mindset, because they are behind. Just seconds again to go in this game, and that ball was cleared away by Kyan Gay. His brother's strike just minutes ago is the difference in this game so far. 1-0. Beaulieu Avenue looking to cling on to the final seconds of this game, looking for the referee's final whistle. And McLean still not getting it for. McLean has had a very good game. Again, he has nothing to show for it. The ball goes forward, and that toss forward just beats everyone. Joel Johnson not getting to the correct end of that. Here comes Innes trying to play that ball forward. Has it again and plays it forward one more time. Not really with the intent to get anything else but to clear the line and get some time. And that ball struck well by Aaron Reese, but in another format of the game, that would have been a spectacular one. And here's the referee's final whistle, and just moments before that whistle, a strike from Kylan Gay has given BEAULIEU Avenue a 1-0 win over the Rowland Gardens team, giving them their first win of the tournament. So we get some highlights. Definitely one of the highlights we're going to be having will be that strike, that goal from Kylan Gay. Both teams had very good opportunities to get some points from this game. They almost had to share the points in this game, as you see BEAULIEU again just seizing the advantage. And see Kylan Gay earlier in the game, in the first half, trying to get the ball in the back of the net unsuccessfully. He had his chances early in the game. He had a couple of chances late in the game. You see BEAULIEU again seeing that ball spilling across the line. Rowland Gardens was still in the first half with our highlights. Now we move into the second half. Kylan Gay, here he is, moving on to that ball, weaving his way, taking a shot, getting it back. See Kyle Andrews skying that one. And this one just beating everything, beating everyone. And the only thing that held that ball was the net at the back of the goal. That was the difference in the game. Kylan Gay makes it 1-0 for BEAULIEU with just about 4 minutes remaining in the match. And at the end of 30 minutes of football, BEAULIEU Avenue takes all 3 points against Rowland Gardens in the third game of match day number 3 here. So we'll be back with the 4th. The Montague Recreation Ground. You are on M&E Television in the Trincity Community Football Cup 2025.